Hey guys, James Martinez from All Things Digital here, and today I wanted to discuss with you guys how your business can get more reviews on Zomato, okay? So Zomato is a food discovery platform. It lists about 1 million restaurants and food delivery businesses worldwide with over 52 million photos and 25 million reviews, okay? So according to studies, 60% of restaurant goers read customer written reviews before deciding where to go to eat. So that's why reviews are important for your business, okay? That's well more than half of people will read reviews before they go, okay? So these reviews help potential customers decide which restaurant they're going to go to. So just having your business listed on Zomato is not enough to get more reviews, okay? You have to compete with other food businesses for visibility so that when people are searching for that food type on Zomato, they'll find your food business first, okay? So more positive reviews can help your business increase its visibility on Zomato as well, okay? Reviews provide your business page with fresh content that search engines and Zomato itself will favor, so that you can rank higher in Zomato's results and results elsewhere. Um, Reviews also help a company gain confidence from their potential customers, okay? So if you have a lot of positive reviews in your Zomato page, then then people are more likely to say, you know what, that place is worth checking out. They got a lot of good reviews. Let's go there, okay? So what we're going to discuss is some quick ideas on how to get more reviews on Zomato. So first things first, what a lot of people, a lot of businesses really fail to do, to be honest, is simply asking, okay? You can request reviews through an email, or you can use a handout when the customers are paying. Whatever method you prefer, you can't ask for a 5-star review or offer incentives in exchange for reviews, okay? So it's kind of like paying for the review, okay? So Zomato has what they call a project clampdown and a review bounty program to find violators, okay? So they're really serious about getting honest reviews, okay? Project clampdown covers both the food businesses and the reviewers. So Zomato will deactivate user profiles of those who accept incentives or bribes for good or fake reviews, okay? So they'll shut the users down and they'll shut the business down, okay? So food businesses which pay reviewers can get, first you'll get like preliminary warnings, and then you'll get a warning banner that could last, up to, I think, 3 months on your profile, okay? So it's kind of embarrassing. So you don't want that, but, to those, when people have concrete evidence that a business paid for reviews, it's pretty bad on the business. And also those who report businesses can actually get credits, okay? So just don't do it, okay? Ask for a review, but don't ask for a 5-star review, and don't pay for a 5-star review, okay? Just ask for reviews. Ask for people to share their experience, okay? Now, another thing you could do is hang some signage in your business that you're on Zomato, right? There's a lot of different food apps, a lot of different, ways that people are getting food now. So for those who are on Zomato, let people know, because there's certain times that I'll be in certain places and I forget that maybe I forget that I have Zomato, or I have the Yelp app, or I have ABC or XYZ app. And so by having simple signage, right by your door, right by your register, maybe even at the table on a little card or something, let people know that you're on Zomato. This way, people will say, "Oh, I'm registered. I use Zomato. Let me leave them a review after we're done here." Okay. So another thing you could do is Zomato actually has widgets that you can embed on your website. Okay. So that widget helps people know that you're on Zomato, and then at that point you can they can either leave a review via the widget or go to the your page directly from the widget and learn more about your business there, or potentially leave the review there, right? So another thing you could do is you can ask customers to participate in what they call like a net promoter score survey, okay? So the NPS asks your customers this question: on a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend this company to a friend or colleague, okay? This survey will help your team identify customers who are satisfied with your business and will most likely leave a positive review, okay? So you ask them for reviews instead of reaching out to all customers. This is a way to reduce negative reviews, okay? So let me try and explain that a little better. So, if your servers, or your people who are directly interacting with your customers, if they casually kind of say, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give us today, people, it's a very non-threatening way to get some sort of feedback, and 1 to 10 is a pretty big scale, so people, feel more, more comfortable giving you a number, okay? So if you get those people who are like, oh, it's, I'd say about a 3 or 4, you probably don't want a review from them, right? Because a 3 or 4 on a scale of 10 is like a 2-star review. But if they say, I would say about a 7 or 8, we had a really, really good time. Now that's a 7 or 8 is, maybe a 3 to 4 or even potentially a 4 to 5 on a scale of 1 to 5, So it's, it's a good way to kind of gauge, where your customer is at. And then if they say they had a really great experience, at that point you could say, hey, listen, if you could just leave us a review on Zomato or whatever sites you're on, now you know that it's going to be a positive review, right? So obviously one of the simplest things is just providing your customers with a great experience, okay? Obviously, while this sounds pretty obvious, lots of businesses don't really consider the full dining experience, okay? You want your business to provide outstanding customer service. You want your facility to be clean. You want to have like specials and like trending dishes, you also want to have entertainment, special events, and you want your food to be consistent in quality, okay? And your food to have somewhat of a category of food, right? These sound like very simple things, but when you go to a place and they got hamburgers and they got pasta and they got all these different things, that's like going to a diner. But if you're kind of more of a specific, you do a type of cuisine, throwing all sorts of different stuff in there just gets confusing for people. And then they also, if you do everything, you can't be the place to go to for X, right? So you want to have a very standardized, menu for your visitors so that they know you're the best one to go to for blank, okay? Now, so also part of this is cleanliness. Cleanliness, obviously it seems easy enough, but when people come in to eat food, it should be of utmost, it should be the highest quality clean there is, right? They're ingesting this stuff, so they don't want their silverware to be dirty when they get there. They don't want their plates, napkins, the table to be dirty. One of the worst things I hate is when I go somewhere and they bring us to the table and the table's dirty and they're wiping it down right in front of us. To me, it just shows that the place is not on top of their game, right? So you want that table to be clean before we get there, okay? So it's just really, it sounds like a simple little thing, but as a customer, it's very, very important, okay? And again, you want to have the right menu, right? So the best food you serve in your restaurant should really hit your target market. That's why it's important to know who your target market is, okay? The people who come into your restaurant, they're showing that they like the style of food you offer. So you want to make sure that you find out what other styles of food do they like, okay? This is the information about these people that you're sure of, and here's some other information we can glean from that knowledge, right? So, if you do, Mexican cuisine, all of your food should kind of cater to those people who enjoy Mexican cuisine. Maybe they also like sangria. Maybe they also like, salsa verde or all these different things. Like, you don't want to have all this Mexican cuisine and then say, and we also have regular Italian pizza. It'd be totally confusing. So, just make sure you have consistency, that you have the right menu for your target customers, okay? That'll help to get more reviews, because you're really hitting the nail on the head with what you're offering, okay? Pricing is important. People expect to get value for their money, so you want to set prices that reflect the type of food and level of service you provide. So, this may sound a little, a little weird, but if I'm going to, like a burger joint, I'm not expecting to spend $30 on a dinner plate, right? But if I go to a steakhouse, a wine and steakhouse or something like that, then I know I'm going to be in the 30-40 range. But, sometimes businesses will get gray areas in their pricing, which causes people to, to kind of get a little bit uneasy about where they are, right? Because pricing is very, very important, okay? Now, you don't want to go too low where you get, a low quality of customer who, doesn't really care about your establishment and doesn't really treat the place the way you'd like it to. But you need to find that right pricing that's comfortable for your level of service and your level of the type of food you're offering, okay? And a good thing to do is check your competition out, right? Even if they're not directly next to you, take a look at your competitors in the area, in the same town or county, and see, what their pricing is, okay? Are you a bit higher? Are you a bit lower? Are your numbers way off? I would think you kind of want to, look at what they're doing to kind of gauge what you're doing, and you don't have to copy them, but just learn from them, and learn from what they're doing right and wrong, okay? Another thing that helps to get, great reviews is having entertainment or special events, right? If people come to your business regularly, okay, it shouldn't get old, okay? They may want to come, they may want to get the same dish, the same drink, the same this, the same that, but it's nice for them to come, and there's always a little something different going on, a little surprise, maybe, I don't always recommend having loud music or things of that nature, but just having, some sort of little, maybe a special weekly drink, right? What's the special drink this week or tonight or whatever the case may be. These little things that just make it each visit always a little bit of a surprise, right? So it keeps it interesting, so to speak, okay? So, having entertainment, special events, special promotions, that will help people say, oh, I love going there. There's always, a meal of the week or a special of the week or a drink of the week, or, Friday nights is karaoke, and I love going just on Friday nights, or, Tuesday night is, half price on blah, 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 blah. Having special events and entertainments, that will really make people come more often, which in turn will have them leaving reviews more often, okay? So another very important thing is responding to your customer reviews. So when people leave reviews for you on Zomato, you want to respond immediately, okay? So, don't wait, okay? I tell my clients in all sorts of industries, have a list of 10 to 20 canned responses. That means you literally can open up a document and pop the response right in there, so that you can respond immediately, and that's to both positive and negative reviews, okay? So if it's a positive review, you want to immediately thank you so much, Jane Smith, for leaving us that positive review. We really appreciate having you as a customer, and we can't wait to see you again. Mention this review for a little something special next time you come, right? At that point, the review's already left, okay? So well, I guess you got to be careful as far as getting something special next time, but we look forward to seeing you next time, but negative reviews also, if people leave you a negative review, you really want to make sure that you respond quickly, because other people are going to see that negative review, and the way you respond to that negative review is going to create a perception about your business to that potential customer. And if you respond in a very professional manner and do your best to do right by the customer, that will reflect positively on you. But if you in turn resort to nasty or just really unprofessional, then you'll seem unprofessional to the next potential customer, okay? So studies show that the best advertisement for any product or business is word of mouth recommendations, and on Zomato it's no different, okay? Reviews are the equivalent of word of mouth online. So, you want to get a lot of positive reviews to get featured on Zomato's homepage, and you'll also, get more customers, which will in turn will spiral into more reviews again. If you're interested in getting more reviews somewhat on autopilot from Zomato, because following up and doing the ask and doing, you're busy focusing on all these other things. If you want someone to handle getting more reviews for your business, feel free to visit my website at atdny.com. I'm sure there'll be a link below. But when you visit atdny.com, I want you to go check out my online reputation management service, okay? Mention this video and I'll provide to you a very, very special offer. But the fact is that with a system in place to get more reviews regularly, over the course of time, you'll just blow your competition out of the water, because they're not going to be doing what we'll be doing to actively get you reviews as often as possible without you having to get your hands really too dirty, okay? So if you want more reviews on Zomato, visit atdny.com. Otherwise, I hope these tips were useful to you, and I hope to see you in another video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe wherever you are. And again, hopefully I'll see you on the online reputation management page at my website, atdny.com. Thanks so much.